It always makes me start thinking about Excel. So let's open Excel. I'm going to create a blank workbook here. Excel has this one ribbon or menu option that talks about just what we've been doing, right? Data. So in Excel, I should be able to get data from our server. Let's try it. I want to get external data. From what? Other sources here? SQL Server. I'm going to need my server name. I could go to Canvas, or I can open that SQL Server Management tool to get that server name copied. That awful, awful thing. And then we want to use a certain username and password. Let's see. I don't remember if I made my password something I can use. Nope. If you're connecting, you should start seeing some things. Let me get my account here. I thought that was it, but I just wasn't trusting myself. Bless you. But letting you connect. Now, as you get connected, first in SQL, it asks what database to connect you to. We don't want to connect to master, right? We want to connect to our own database. So in that drop-down list, are you seeing that drop-down list? Go find your database. There's mine. Now, once you click on your database, you should see all of the tables in your database. Let's get, I guess, vendors.
What username and password are you using?
Yeah, your normal one. Is it not letting you through? Try, yeah, sometimes it gets weird special characters. Now, notice some things on here. There's a checkbox to allow selection of multiple tables. I could select related tables. So there's lots of options here. Right now, I just want to select this vendor table, and I want to click Next. Now, in this data connection wizard, it's actually saving my information to connect to the server. So whatever I put here is just going to be my connection stuff. I don't want it to save my password. I'll go ahead and finish and let it save that connection information. Now it's finally back to the table. And it's like, well, how do you want to see this vendor table? Do you want to see the whole table? Do you want me to only create the connection? Where do you want to put the table? Do you want to put it in this worksheet or some new worksheet? I'm going to leave everything set the way it is and just click OK. Now there's my vendor table in Excel. Looking at Excel here, how could I order this by vendor name? Could I just click on it? So we can do things maybe a little bit easier in Excel than what we can do using SQL and using our queries. But this gives users the ultimate control, right? Because now they can have query results sent to them directly in Excel where they want them so they can do their work. We should be able to find the actual query that generated. Every time I look at it, I have to find stuff again because it's always moving around. Bless you. If I summarize it with a pivot table, I can, you know, do all sorts of summarizing and trying all sorts of different things. I'm going to paste it. I didn't do anything. It's mad at me. It's like, what do you want to do? I don't know. I'm just looking around. So I just wanted you to know that you could do this. Where is our SQL statement? Oh, if you go to your data tab, there's a show queries option. And that would let us save queries in our workbook. We could create a new one. I'll say that I want it to be from the one that we're already connected to. It's making me reconnect. Oh, I just still click from table. Now, as it's building this query, it's really basically just all the vendor information that I already have. Got everything, right? So I could close and load that to my spreadsheet, which doesn't really look that different, but now notice I actually have the query saved. And in the query, I can see what columns were selected. There really wasn't anything else in our query that's there. So I could edit it if I wanted to. So if I want to order by, it's already got it ordered by our vendor name. I could remove this column, do whatever I wanted. Now, we're not going to do any sort of assignments or anything using Excel. I just wanted you to know that you could do that really easily, make that connection. So if you have queries that you'd like to run, you can run them in Excel and capture the output. Any questions about it? I know last year I had somebody who started doing all of their assignments using Excel because they felt like they could capture their output better. I like using the SQL Management Studio because you get that feedback of being right there and using the tool, even though sometimes it fails us. But you do have this option. So as you move forward, you go to the capstone, things like that. Don't forget that that's available. Okay, I'm going to close out of it unless anybody has any questions about it, comments, anything.